Hi everybody, we will start working on the operations in Excel. But before we go, we need to understand what are the types of operations that exist in Excel. In general, operations can be arithmetic operations or logical operation. The arithmetic operation, which are arithmetic expression for calculation or built-in arithmetic function, while the logical operations are logic function. And the logic functions are those functions that work on comparison. They use the comparison to compare something with another thing and then to retrieve a result. The arithmetic expression are simply the simple arithmetic like the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. While the built-in functions are aggregate functions that can perform more than simple arithmetic operation in one step. And the difference between the aggregate function and the simple arithmetic that the functions have syntax, a regular syntax that we should use to be able to apply them on Excel. For the logical function, they are functions that use to compare something, and the most famous example is the if function. If function is to compare a condition, and if that condition happens, it will go one way, and if it doesn't happen, it will go another way. If we talk about the arithmetic operation, we have four main operations, which is multiplication, division, subtraction, and addition. If there is a complex arithmetic expression you need to use in Excel, does it matter how you write it? Is there a priority of uh, optimizing this operation and to execute this operation, or it will just go in order? In fact, when Excel apply a mathematical function and this or a mathematical operation and this or operation consisted of many operators, it will have a priority to apply them. They will apply them according to the priority. So the first priority is the parentheses. So anything between parentheses will be applied first. We have long expression, and one of the parts is included between parentheses, so this part will be applied first. After parentheses, the power will be solved in the second priority. And in the third priority, multiplication and division. And as you can see, both multiplication and division are in the same priority, which is the third priority after parentheses and power. But what if we have multiplication and division in the same expression? In that case, Excel will start with the one which is closer to the equal sign. If the multiplication is closer to the equal sign, so it will start by multiplication and then the division. If the division is the closer to the equal sign, so it will start by dividing the numbers and then multiply or perform the multiplication. The last priority are the addition and subtraction. Both have the same priority, but they will be performed according to which is closer to the equal sign. Let's have an example to see what is the difference between using priority or just apply the operation in order. Here we have 1 plus 10 times 2 to the power 2. First, this is consider this multiple expression. So here in this expression, we have the power. We have the power, we have multiplication, and we have addition. If we start in order, we should do the addition and then the multiplication and then the power. But this is not the case. The case in Excel follow certain priority rule. So when you find or when you try to apply a multi-step arithmetic operation, Excel will ask first, is there a parentheses? No? Then is there any power? Yes. So the power will be applied first. After that, after patient the power, Excel will ask, is there any multiplication or division? Yes, there is multiplication. So the multiplication will be applied second. Is there any addition or subtraction? Yes, there is addition. So the addition will be applied at the end, at the last step. Like that. First, the 1 is the same. The 10 is the same, but the only performed is the power. So 2 the power 2 is 4. Then the multiplication take place and then the addition. So the result here is 41. Let's have another operation. The same numbers in the same order with the same operators. So this is 1 plus 10 times 2 to the power 2, and here are the same. The only difference that we added the addition between brackets. Why? Because I need to apply the addition first. If you add anything between brackets, so you will give it the first priority to be applied, even it has the last priority, like addition has the last priority. But once we put it between parentheses, so it will take automatically the first priority. How Excel will apply an operation like this? First, it will perform the addition, so it will be 11 times 2 to the power 2. Then the power 11 times 4, and then the multiplication, and here we have 44, but here we have 41. So we have a difference in the number. So if we don't take care of how we wrote or how we write our arithmetic operation, especially if it is complicated and it has several operators, we can get the wrong number, and maybe we didn't take care of it, we didn't pay attention to it. So it's very, very important to order our operation in the correct order that allows us to get at the end the correct answer. The basic arithmetic functions, these are functions that do arithmetic operations in one step. Several arithmetic operations in one step. The basic function like the sum, that a function for doing several additions. The average, this function will add all the numbers together and divide them by their number. Max will bring the maximum value, while minimum will bring the lowest value. Max and minimum can be considered as logical function because they depend on comparison. Count will count the numeric values. And as they are functions in Excel have certain syntax. When we write the function, we have to pay attention to the name of the function to be spelled correctly and to how to write the syntax, because any mistake can avoid applying the function. Any function Excel has two sections. We start any operation in Excel by equals, then the function name, and between parentheses is the parameters of this function. And the parameters are different according to what is the function that is applied. What about the basic function like sum, max, average, minimum, and the count? They all have the same syntax, which is equal function name and between brackets the cell range on which the function will be applied. Like if you need to apply the function on the range from B1 to B10, so you will write this range between the parentheses, and you have to write the first cell, then colon, and then the last cell in the range. For example, sum from B2 to B20. So we write the function name is sum in this spelling. This is the correct spelling of sum. Between parentheses, the range, first cell in the range, colon, and then last cell in the range. Another example is average. Average is written in that way. And then between parentheses is the range in the first cell, colon, and then the last cell in range. We will explain all of these in details when we start working on them in Excel. But now we take a general idea to understand the concept of the arithmetic operations and the functions in Excel. We have if function, which is a conditional function that depends on comparison of a condition, then retrieve a result if this condition is true, and another result if this condition is false. This is an example. So the syntax of if function is equals function name is if between parentheses three parameters, the condition, and then what will happen if that condition is true. The third one is what will happen if that condition is false, and there are separators between every parameter. The if function has many forms. Like, for example, the simple if has one condition, like what we see here, one condition and two actions. But there are other types of if like the nested if, we have more than one condition. The number of condition is n, and more than one action, the number of actions equal to the number of conditions plus one. I hope the idea of arithmetic operations and how they can be applied, and what is the difference between the operations and the functions, and what is the difference between the several function is clear now. Next video we will start to apply these on Excel. Thank you